Under the Blue Line chronicles the journey of Martin Delaney, a seasoned white police officer patrolling the diverse streets of New Haven. Dedicated to upholding the law, Martin grapples with the ingrained biases of his upbringing. His life takes an unexpected turn one evening when he pulls over a black woman. As dusk settles over New Haven, Officer Martin Delaney, a respected figure in law enforcement, maneuvers his patrol car through the city streets with precision, his stern demeanor, home. Over 15 years on the force, is a testament to his commitment to justice, yet, when he spots a vehicle veering over the dividing line, his instincts kick in. Approaching the pulled-over car, Martin braces for the encounter, only to recognize the driver as Dr. Jasmine Jones, a renowned sociologist known for her advocacy in police-community relations. The irony isn't lost on Martin. He's just pulled over someone dedicated to addressing the very issues he grapples with daily. In that moment, Martin experiences a shift. The authoritarian cop fades, replaced by a man eager to understand. Engaging in a conversation with Jasmine, he realizes the opportunity to see the world through her eyes. This encounter becomes a catalyst for introspection, challenging Martin's beliefs and prompting a re-evaluation of his approach to policing. Back in the solitude of his apartment, Martin delves into Jasmine's work with fervor. Late nights are spent absorbing her insights on systemic racism and implicit bias. With each revelation, Martin confronts his own biases, acknowledging past shortcomings and embracing the discomfort as a pathway to growth. Through this journey, Martin learns that recognizing and addressing his biases isn't a sign of weakness but a crucial step towards becoming a fairer, more empathetic officer. The encounter with Dr. Jasmine Jones marks a turning point in Martin's life, propelling him towards a new understanding of his role in serving and protecting the community. The encounter with Dr. Jasmine Jones had opened Martin's eyes to the insidious presence of systemic racism within his actions and the wider law enforcement community. He realized that he had been unwittingly contributing to the problem, but now, a path toward becoming part of the solution emerged before him. This revelation stirred something profound within Martin. It wasn't merely a moment of recognition, it was a call to action. Compelled by this newfound understanding, Martin felt a deep need to reach out to Jasmine. Despite the daunting prospect of admitting his past ignorance and embracing vulnerability, he understood it was essential for both personal growth and effecting change within his department. Carefully crafting his words, Martin composed an email to Jasmine, expressing his gratitude for her work and his realization of his own biases. He humbly admitted his past shortcomings and shared his earnest desire to learn and improve, proposing a meeting to discuss practical steps toward change. Martin hit the send button, feeling a mix of apprehension and relief. It was a leap of faith into the unknown, but Martin was resolute in his commitment to self-discovery and societal transformation. As Martin awaited Jasmine's response, uncertainty loomed, but a flicker of hope burned within him. The future was uncertain, but Martin was prepared to confront his biases, challenge the system, and, most importantly, listen, learn, and grow. Upon receiving Martin's email, Jasmine was initially skeptical. She had encountered many officers expressing a desire to change, but there was something in Martin's words that resonated with her. Detecting a genuine sincerity, she decided to give him a chance and invited him to the next community meeting. The monthly gathering held at a local community center was an opportunity for residents of New Haven to voice their concerns about policing. Jasmine hoped it could be a platform for dialogue and, ultimately, change. Entering this unfamiliar territory, Martin felt a knot of anxiety in his stomach, yet, he reminded himself of his purpose: to listen, understand, and facilitate change. As the meeting commenced, Martin found himself immersed in a torrent of raw emotional narratives. He heard stories of unwarranted stops, fear, and mistrust. These were not just individual encounters but a collective narrative of systemic failure. The uniform he wore with pride symbolized fear for many in the room. The stern cop within Martin wanted to defend, to justify, but the Martin Delaney who had penned the email to Jasmine chose a different path. He chose to listen. The uncomfortable truths shared by the community stirred something deep within him. Realizing that this was not a problem to be solved by mere procedural changes, Martin proposed an initiative at the meeting, tentatively titled the Blue Bridge. It would be a comprehensive program within his department aimed at improving police-community relations. This initiative would encompass bias training for officers, community outreach programs, and regular open forums for dialogue. In a moment of vulnerability, Martin asked Jasmine to be an advisor for the initiative, acknowledging the need for guidance and recognizing her invaluable expertise in fostering meaningful change. As he stood before the entire community, Martin felt a sense of purpose wash over him. The journey ahead was daunting, but with Jasmine's guidance and the support of the community, he was determined to build bridges, break down barriers, and pave the way for a more just and equitable future. As Martin's proposal hung in the air, the room fell into a palpable silence. All eyes turned to Jasmine, who, visibly taken aback by the proposition, paused, studying Martin intently, gauging his sincerity. After a moment of contemplation, she nodded, accepting the offer. In that singular moment, Martin felt a profound sense of resolve coursing through him. He knew the journey ahead would be arduous, perhaps even thankless, but he was steadfastly committed to fostering change, to erecting the metaphorical Blue Bridge, and to transforming narratives of fear into narratives of trust and understanding. In the aftermath of the community meeting, Martin and Jasmine found themselves wading through a sea of resistance. Their vision for the Blue Bridge was not met with the unanimous approval they had hoped for. Within Martin's department, he encountered scrutiny from colleagues who viewed the initiative as an indictment of their methods. The status quo, it seemed, was a comfortable blanket many were unwilling to shed. The Blue Bridge was seen not as an opportunity for growth, but rather as a threat to their authority. The implicit biases and systemic racism Martin had come to recognize were deeply entrenched, and uprooting them proved to be a daunting task. He faced questioning looks, veiled criticism, and outright hostility. His sincere effort to foster change was met with skepticism. Some saw him as a traitor, while others dismissed him as a naive idealist. Martin's resolve was tested daily as he became a pariah within his own ranks. Despite the adversity, Martin stood his ground. He weathered the storm of resistance, remaining resolute in his belief that the Blue Bridge was a necessary step towards healing and change. Meanwhile, Jasmine also faced a backlash from her community. Her decision to collaborate with the police was met with suspicion and resentment. Many saw it as a betrayal, a concession to a system they believed was beyond redemption. Jasmine found herself not only defending her decision but also her life's work. The skepticism was biting, the criticism harsh. It hurt to be questioned by the very community she was striving to uplift. However, Jasmine understood their fear and mistrust. She knew that their skepticism was rooted in years of negative experiences and systemic failures. Nevertheless, she stood by her decision, seeing in Martin a genuine ally and a catalyst for change she had been advocating for. She believed in the potential of the Blue Bridge to bring about a new era of understanding and cooperation between the police and the community. Despite the resistance they faced, both Martin and Jasmine remained steadfast in their mission. They saw the backlash as a sign of the deep-rooted problems that needed to be addressed. Together, they forged ahead, unwavering in their commitment to building bridges, challenging biases, and paving the way for a more just and equitable society. In their unwavering commitment to their initiative, Martin and Jasmine recognized the daunting task of disrupting the status quo. They understood that meaningful change often faced resistance and skepticism. However, this shared struggle only fortified their resolve. They found strength in their unified vision, believing wholeheartedly in the possibility of transformation through the Blue Bridge initiative. It served as a beacon of hope amidst adversity, guiding them forward on a challenging journey they were prepared to undertake. Despite the initial hurdles, the Blue Bridge initiative began to show promising signs of progress. Born out of the collaborative efforts of Officer Martin Delaney and Dr. Jasmine Jones, it slowly gained traction. Within the police department, a subtle shift was observed as more officers embraced community policing strategies, prioritizing transparency, empathy, and mutual respect. Core tenets of the Blue Bridge philosophy, the once distant and intimidating figure of law enforcement became more approachable, fostering a sense of protection within the community. Simultaneously, the community responded positively to these changes. Skepticism gave way to cautious optimism as they witnessed genuine efforts from the police force. Open forums and outreach programs facilitated healthy dialogue, bridging the gap of mistrust that had long existed. Martin and Jasmine's partnership exemplified this transformation, transcending boundaries to become symbols of hope. Not just within their city but across the nation, their collaborative efforts inspired other communities to initiate similar dialogues, challenging their own entrenched norms. For Martin, this journey was transformative. From a proud but unknowingly biased officer, he evolved into a staunch advocate for community policing and racial equality. His partnership with Jasmine reshaped him, both personally and professionally, instilling in him the virtues of empathy, self-reflection, and proactive change-making. The ongoing progress of the Blue Bridge Initiative was palpable, albeit with many challenges still ahead, yet, Martin and Jasmine, supported by their community, remained steadfast in their belief in the possibility of change. Their unwavering resolve illuminated the path toward a more compassionate, fair, and protective model of policing, despite the obstacles they faced. Their partnership served as a testament to the transformative power of collaboration and shared vision in creating a more equitable and understanding society. Take a break and follow me into the next story. 27 years ago, police officer Richard's life took an unexpected turn when he found himself saving and eventually adopting 3 orphaned black girls, Michelle, Andrea, and Mia. His own tragic loss, a car accident that claimed his wife and son during a harsh winter in 1995, had left him emotionally frozen. Dedicating himself solely to his career as a policeman, it was a sweltering night in 1996 when Richard responded to a distress call and plunged into a burning house. Amidst the chaos, he discovered the unconscious siblings, their parents lost to a kitchen accident, carrying them out of the inferno. He couldn't help but see his own grief reflected in their young faces. In the following weeks, as Richard visited the children in the hospital, he found solace in their resilience. Each girl bore the scars of loss with a quiet strength that stirred something dormant within him. Michelle, the eldest, showed remarkable grace in caring for her sisters. Andrea, the middle child, radiated hope and positivity. Mia, the youngest, exhibited a silent fortitude reminiscent of Richard's own. Driven by a newfound paternal affection, Richard made the life-altering decision to adopt them. He saw in them not replacements for what he had lost, but companions in rebuilding their shattered lives. As he signed the adoption papers, he understood that he wasn't just giving them a second chance, he was giving himself one too. Their story became one of resilience, love, and redemption. Together, they forged a new family, promising to protect and care for each other. For Richard, it marked the thawing of his once icy heart, choosing love and hope over despair, and thus began their shared journey, a tapestry woven with threads of love, loss, and the enduring spirit of family. Richard's life unfolded like a delicate waltz, each step a dance between hope and trepidation as he embraced the role of fatherhood once more. With a blend of stern discipline and gentle compassion, he navigated the uncertain waters of raising Michelle, Andrea, and Mia, 3 girls still grappling with the recent loss of their parents. Beneath their wariness lay a flicker of hope for the future, one Richard was determined to nurture. The adoption process was a labyrinth of paperwork and scrutiny, but Richard approached it with unwavering resolve. Every form signed, every home visit passed, brought them closer to the family they were destined to become. When the final court date arrived and the judge approved the adoption, relief flooded over Richard, washing away the grief that had consumed him for months. Settling into their new life presented challenges big and small. The girls had to adjust to a new school, make new friends, and adapt to a new routine. Richard, balancing his duties as a police officer with those of a single father, found himself perpetually exhausted yet undeniably fulfilled. He became a pillar of support, enforcing rules and discipline while offering comfort during moments of overwhelming grief. Michelle, Andrea, and Mia proved to be resilient souls, each responding to their new surroundings in their own unique ways. Michelle assumed the role of the eldest sibling with maturity beyond her years. Andrea's infectious optimism kept their spirits buoyant, even in the darkest of times. Mia found solace in the steady rhythm of their daily lives, finding comfort in routine. As weeks turned into months, laughter returned to their home, weaving its way into the fabric of their newfound family. Shared meals became storytelling sessions, movie nights turned into cherished traditions, and holiday celebrations, though tinged with bittersweet memories, brought them closer together. Richard shared stories of his lost son and wife, painting vivid portraits of their lives for the girls. In turn, they found echoes of their own experiences in Richard's words. Forging bonds that transcended blood ties. Together, they were the Hudsons, scarred but unbroken, bound together by love and shared resilience. Their journey was just beginning, a profound odyssey through life's trials and triumphs. As adolescence swept through their household like a tempest, Michelle, Andrea, and Mia found themselves on the cusp of adulthood, grappling with identity, ambition, and the complexities of growing up. Michelle, burdened with the weight of responsibility, navigated the delicate balance between caretaker and sister, her own aspirations often taking a backseat to the needs of her family. Andrea, fueled by boundless energy and curiosity, embarked on a journey of self-discovery, charting new territories with fearless determination. In Richard's steady guidance and the unwavering support of each other, they found strength to weather life's storms. Together, they faced the winds of adolescence, ready to brave whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that as long as they stood united, they could overcome anything. In the intricate tapestry of their familial bonds, Andrea often found herself navigating the shadows cast by Michelle's diligence and Mia's quiet strength, yet, her resilience always shone through, a beacon fueled by the encouragement of her family and her own unwavering resolve. As the youngest of the siblings, Mia faced her own battles as adolescence beckoned, wrestling with past traumas and the weight of being the smallest in the family. She grappled with both real and imagined expectations from Richard. However, amidst the struggles, Mia learned to channel her energy into positive outlets, drawing strength from her father's fortitude and the unwavering support of her sisters. Throughout this tumultuous phase, Richard remained a stalwart guardian, a constant source of unwavering support amidst the swirling uncertainties of adolescence. He guided them through the labyrinth of growing pains, offering solace during heartbreaks, imparting wisdom in moments of confusion, and celebrating their victories, no matter how small, though. There were moments when his own unresolved grief echoed in the children's struggles. He never allowed his hardships to overshadow his role as their father. Adolescence also brought the ghosts of past traumas to the forefront, forcing the children to confront the loss of their biological parents with a renewed sense of grief. Yet, it was also a time of healing as they opened up about their past, processing their loss together and drawing strength from their shared experiences. The storm of adolescence tested the Hudson family's bonds, but they weathered it together, emerging stronger and more resilient. They celebrated each other's triumphs, shared each other's burdens, and stood united against any challenge that came their way. Instead of weakening them, the challenges solidified their connection, demonstrating their indomitable spirit and unwavering love. As the vibrant hues of adolescence faded into the rich tapestry of early adulthood, Michelle, Andrea, and Mia, once orphaned children saved by Richard, emerged as strong, compassionate individuals. Each ventured onto a distinct path, carrying forward Richard's lessons of integrity, courage, and service. Michelle, the eldest, pursued a career in law, her dedication to fairness and justice amplified by the values instilled in her by Richard. Despite the demanding nature of her path, she remained fueled by the conviction to serve her community, ultimately becoming a successful advocate for the voiceless, embodying them. Just as her father had always taught her to pursue, Andrea, the middle child, channeled her boundless energy and empathy into the field of medicine. Though her journey was fraught with challenges, she faced each hurdle with resilience, drawing inspiration from Richard's commitment to protect and serve. Dedication to healing and caring for others became her life's mission, a testament to the compassion instilled in her by her father. Their paths diverged, but the thread of Richard's teachings ran through each of their lives, weaving a tapestry of courage, compassion, and service. As they embarked on their individual journeys, they carried with them the enduring legacy of the Hudson family, a legacy defined by their collective courage and unwavering love. In the intricate dance of life, Mia found herself following a path illuminated by the flames of her past. Despite feeling overshadowed by her sister's strengths, her resilience always emerged triumphant, fueled by her family's support and her own unyielding determination. As she stepped into adolescence, Mia embraced her calling as a firefighter, a profession steeped in the same selfless service and protection that Richard had exemplified. Her choice was a testament to her strength and bravery, qualities nurtured by Richard's guidance. Facing the flames with tenacity, Mia embodied the spirit of her father, a constant reminder of their shared past and the resilience it had inspired. Her journey demanded both physical and mental fortitude, yet each rescue, each extinguished fire, became a tribute to the second chance at life Richard had given her years ago. Richard watched with immense pride as his children blossomed into young adults, each embodying his values of service, protection, and community. The influence of his teachings was evident in their chosen paths marked by dedication and commitment as they ventured further into adulthood. Michelle, Andrea, and Mia carried Richard's ethos with them, a reminder of their shared past and the lessons learned. In the face of life-threatening adversity, the Hudson family rallied around their adopted father, refusing to let the diagnosis shatter their bond. Michelle, with her legal expertise, navigated the complexities of health insurance. Driven by a desire to protect her father, Andrea, the compassionate doctor, coordinated Richard's care. Her tireless advocacy, reminiscent of Richard's dedication. Mia, the brave firefighter, provided unwavering support. Her silent strength echoing the courage Richard had shown amidst the challenges. The Hudson family's collective strength grew stronger, their bonds forged in the fires of adversity. Together, they weathered the storm, their love and resilience proving unbreakable. Richard's recovery was a testament to their unwavering dedication, a testament to the power of love and family as they looked towards the future. The Hudsons knew they could overcome any obstacle as long as they stood together. Their Phoenix spirit, indomitable and fierce, was a beacon of hope, a testament to their unshakable commitment to each other. They were more than survivors. They were a family, bound by love, resilience, and an unwavering determination to rise again and again. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. See you in the next heartwarming story.